So one of the ways that I've used Twitter as a back channel to support my own teaching is to get access to my students' thinking outside of the face-to-face classes, and even in online and hybrid courses, having access to their thinking, but also in a different genre. So it's 140 characters, and you can tag people, you can share resources, but it's another way for me to get access to the ways that they're thinking about course content, the ways that they're applying it to their own context, especially if they're practicing teachers, but also if they're undergraduates, they're making connections to other educators or professional organizations. And what I really like about it is it forces conciseness. So it's a chance for students to share their thinking, but it is in a format that doesn't allow you to go on and on. It's been fun to watch them get creative with hashtags sometimes as a way of also framing their responses. So that's one way that it supports my students' thinking. And also it allows them to access, especially students who are unfamiliar with Twitter, a new genre, a new way of writing or a new way of interacting with others and connecting with each other. So I've had students tag each other sometimes even. I've also had them, certainly they have to use the course hashtag, so that helps me figure out which, they're tagging their particular thinking related to this course. But then it allows my students from one semester to another to access previous students' thinking from that same course, sometimes around similar content, sometimes around different content. And I've had students connect with each other through Twitter, which has been a lot of fun. But it really does push them, especially my undergraduates who are unsure about Twitter, or even my graduate students. The way I try to frame it is, this is what it's like to learn something new, and this is what it's like to learn something that you are unfamiliar with, and this is what your students experience all the time. So it gives us a chance to talk about vocabulary and how do you apply your understanding to this particular model of social media, and learning even the nuances. So what does it mean to lurk, for example, and what does it mean to tweet, what does it mean to retweet, what does it mean to follow, that type of thing, or to tag. And so when they do that, it's a good way for them to be reminded of what literacy development is like for their own students, that you are learning something new, you're practicing it, you're then connecting with other people, and then as you learn more, then you get a chance to make more connections, and you get to share your learning in a new and different way. So how does Twitter impact my teaching, and how does it also improve my teaching? I would say that it affords me another way of accessing students' thinking. It also allows me to model my own thinking, so I will often tweet about the course, and in fact in my face-to-face classes I will often take pictures and tweet in real time during the class, so that they get to have the images and visuals of what they were doing, but it also showcases the kinds of learning opportunities and the experiences that my students have. So it's not just this asynchronous outside of class experience, but that I'm also capturing their thinking and their learning while we're actually in the midst of it. And it's been really nice when I've had guest speakers come in, and for those who have Twitter handles, then when I'm taking pictures and I'm tweeting the images from the learning experiences, I'm also tagging that guest speaker, and I sometimes will tag their organization. So it's another way to show how Grand Valley is connected to K-12 schools, is connected to intermediate school districts, and to professionals in the field. And that's been really good to see, to help my students make those connections and to help them see me as a user of social media. I think it improves my teaching because it allows me to do more modeling, and it allows me to share my thinking in yet another way besides just talking with students or videos or short audio clips. So it's another way to share content as well.